Welcome back to this video. Here is an inspirational quote for you. Every student can learn, just not on the same day or in the same way. Do you know what is the importance of daily inspirational quote? Of course, it is a source of inspiration and empowerment too. It is a proven fact. Okay children, come back to this content. The topics to be covered in this session are ear and body balance, to detect smell, to detect taste, and we should know the types of receptors present in different organisms. Okay, let us study ear and body balance. What is the importance of ear to maintain the balance of our body? Ear helps in maintaining body balance. How is it possible? See, we have studied the internal ear consists of semicircular canal, vestibule and cochlea. See, this portion is semicircular canal and here it is vestibule and this is cochlea. Then the role of cochlea, that mainly participate in the process of hearing. But the semicircular canal and vestibule plays major role to maintain the body balance. Then how is it possible? Body balance is maintained in accordance with the movement of the head. The movement of the head brings the movement of the fluid which is present inside the semicircular canal and vestibule, that you have studied in earlier class. The name of the fluid is endolymph. Then, in this endolymph or inside the semicircular canal, hair cells are present. Hair cells, they are receptors. So, the movement of the head causes the vibration of the hair cells. These are stimulated. Actually, they are receptors. That stimulation creates impulses. The impulses carried to the cerebellum of the brain through vestibular nerve. Listen here, through vestibular nerve. But we have studied auditory nerve that is present inside the cochlea, that helps for the process of hearing. Here vestibular nerve carries the messages or the impulses to the region cerebellum of the brain. We have studied cerebellum help us to maintain the body balance. Okay children, so that the balance of the body take place. Then we all have a doubt. You imagine when you go round and round and stop after some time. How do you feel? Yes, we feel we don't have a balance or we feel giddiness. What is the reason? Yes, the movement of the endolymph is continuously taking place and it takes time to stop, so that brain is unable to analyze the impulse that get during that period. In order to understand this, you can do another activity. Take one cup and pour some water into it and try to make it round and round and stop that process. Yes, suddenly we can stop, but the movement of the water doesn't stop. So that is the reason. Means similarly, in our semicircular canal, the movement of the endolymph takes time to stop, so that the message or the impulse, generated impulses, reaches to the brain. The cerebellum is unable to analyze it. Okay, that is the reason. Then next we have to study about how do we detect taste. Isn't taste the reason for the food we enjoy, the food we eat? Yes, different. Can you identify some of the taste? Yes, sweet, salt, bitter, sour, etc. One more is there. This is umami. Umami is a Japanese term. Its meaning is happiness. Actually, that shows or that gives the taste of milk, meat, mushroom, etc. Then one more taste is there. Oleogustus. Yes, that gives the taste of lipid. What is the process behind to detect taste? In the mouth as well as in our tongue, there is some projections are found. The projections are known as papillae, and it consists of taste buds. Taste buds of these taste. Then once the substances mixed with the saliva which is present inside the mouth, that causes the stimulation of the receptors which are present in these taste buds. So the receptors are chemoreceptors. The receptors are chemoreceptors. The receptors which are activated in the presence of chemical substance. So these chemoreceptors are stimulated, impulses are generated, and it reaches to the brain, so that we experience different kinds of taste. The next one is, how do we know the smell? How do we detect smell? In the beginning of the lesson, we have studied about olfactory receptors. Yes, olfactory receptors which are present in the nostrils. From the air, these substances reaches to the nostrils. Mucus is present. In the presence of the mucus, they dissolve. That causes the vibration or causes the stimulation of the olfactory receptors, and impulses are generated. It is carried to the brain. Here also there is an interesting question. When we have cold, we don't feel or we are unable to detect smell. What is the reason? Yes, the reason is because of the overproduction of mucus. Whenever we have cold, mucus is produced more, so that olfactory receptors are unable to stimulate. Similarly, one more question. Whenever we have cold, we don't feel taste also. What is the reason? The same reason, overproduction of the mucus causes the correct function of the olfactory receptors, or we can say olfactory receptors are not stimulated in the presence of more mucus. Then smell we cannot detect, but smell and taste are connected, interconnected. Cerebrum should get the smell, then only cerebrum is able to detect taste. Then next we can study what about the skin. Through the skin, what all in the skin, what all receptors are present. Receptors which are present in the skin. What is the role of skin to perceive different sensations? Yes, skin also possesses different receptors. Actually, the skin is a protective barrier between internal environment and external environment. And through the skin, we are able to understand our environment. Do you know what are the receptors present in the skin? They are touch receptor, then pressure receptor, then temperature receptor, cold receptor, pain receptor. So the skin consists of various kinds of receptors such as touch receptor, pressure receptor, temperature receptor, cold receptor, and pain receptor. With the help of these receptors, we are able to perceive different sensations such as touch, pressure, temperature, cold, pain, etc. So through the skin, we are able to understand more sensations. Okay, then next we can study what are the mechanisms present in different organisms in order to understand their environment. We are able to understand our environment with the help of 5 sense organs. Then based on your syllabus, we have to study about the receptors present in different organisms such as shark, planaria, housefly, etc. So that we can study. So what are the receptors, or how do these organisms able to know their environment? Various kinds of receptors present in different organisms. Yes, first one is planaria. Do you know which organism is that? Yes, this organism coming under the phylum Platyhelminthes. Yes, eye spot is the receptor. This receptor helps the planaria to know the environment. How? They are stimulated in the presence of light. Then this eye spot we can see in unicellular organisms and other some invertebrates. Then second organism is shark. Which receptor is present in shark? Name. One is lateral line and the second one is olfactory receptors. We have studied the function of olfactory receptors already. Then what is the role of this lateral line? Yes, with the help of this lateral line, they are able to understand vibrations, movement and pressure gradient etc. present in the water. So by using the lateral line, these organisms are able to move through the water. Then third one is housefly. Housefly means yes, insects. They possess thousands of compound eye that is known as umami.A. Then umami.A helps them to see. Then last one is snake. What about the snake? Are they able to hear the sound which we produce in the air? Of course no. They are unable to hear the sound which we produce in the air. Means the sound we make, they cannot identify. But if we make sound in the ground, they are able to understand. Then a special kind of olfactory receptor present in the snake named as Jacobson's organ. It is present in the roof of the mouth, so that they can understand what type of chemical substance is that, and according to that they can understand the surroundings. Yes, we know these receptors present in different organisms help to satisfy their needs. Yes, the role of receptors, various kinds of receptors present in different organisms, helps them to understand the environment. Okay children, that's all about today's class. Thank you for watching this video.